Hi, Honest Discussioner here. A couple of quick things. This video is about what the pastor himself, not the pastor's wife, but the pastor said that piqued my interest when I went to church last Mother's Day. But I wanted a quick mention. I need to apologize to Tom Hungry. He tagged me, and I tried to do the tag video, which was kind of dancing to music and doing stuff like that and singing along or whatever, but I tried to make the video and it really sucked. I'm a terrible dancer. And I even tried singing, but my sound quality on my camera kind of sucks as well, so that didn't really work. So I apologize. And also, I said that I would tag someone else, and since I can't, I'm just going to recommend them. Magnificent X Bastard, I am sorry, and I apologize for not being able to tag you. I'm sure someone else can, or just do the video on your own. You don't need to be tagged. I'm sorry, I really am. And one other thing, I'm going to be on Stick'em tomorrow night. I'm actually going to be going on there, I think, at 8 o'clock EST, because I'm going to be first debating someone. You may have heard of him, or you may not have. His name is Aaron K. 1994, I think. And I'm going to be debating him on the resurrection. I'm not exactly thrilled about this. And the reason being is that he's actually, I think he's like 15 years old. I kind of didn't find that out until after I had agreed to do the debate, and I really don't want to go back on my word. And it's not that he's young, so therefore he's going to be wrong. His age doesn't change the validity of his statements. It's really that I've got nothing to gain from this, really. If I win, hooray, I beat a 15-year-old in a debate. And if I lose, I got beat by a 15-year-old in a debate. Yay. But, I've always wanted to do one, and if you want to check it out, it'll be in the debate room. I'll post a link on this video, and also wherever on the next video that I make. But yeah, that's that information. I'm going to be on Stick'em to talk, hang out as usual after the debate, probably around sometime between 12 and midnight. I'll get on there, and I'll be on till whenever. Anyway, on to the topic at hand. Sorry to... some of you may find that boring, but let's actually get to the good stuff. Now, here's the interesting thing. I did a video a while back called I Have a Personal Relationship with God. Not stating that I have a personal relationship with God, but talking about people who say that. Now, my stepfather and my brother often say that, Christianity is not a religion. It's a relationship. So, of course, we would expect that the pastor of this church, the spiritual leader of hundreds of people, I think maybe it might even be in the thousands on certain holidays, would have a personal relationship, a better than average relationship with God, if he does exist. Now, here's the thing. Apparently, of the churches in the area, that church actually was the 5th overall in donations to missionaries. Now, I don't know how many churches were actually included. He only included 5 in the list, and that church was at the bottom. Maybe that was just a little trick. Maybe there's 30 churches in the area, and they're 5 out of 30. He made it look like that they were at the bottom. I'm not sure. But basically, he said, I got a feeling from God. I feel as though God is communicating to me that we will double the amount that we gave last year. This year we will give double. I think he said 500,000. And that's how much we're going to give. It's like, now look, I could be wrong. But I could be wrong. Maybe the economy will tank tomorrow. But I really feel as though this is what God is trying to tell me. That this is what we're going to do. Now look, I believe that Christians feel as though they have this relationship with God and that God communicates to them. But isn't that a bit interesting that he pulls out a relatively specific number, then claims, I don't actually know if God told me this. if you, what is it about this relationship with God that people claim to have that is so inaccurate? The last study I showed in the other video was that when people think they are getting messages from God, not even the big ones, they're just asking God for what is His will on this matter, God always seems to agree with them. So I feel as though this is a big red flag to me. I think this should be a big red flag to everyone, that Christians included, you feel you have this relationship. How accurate really is this relationship? And of the times it's accurate, how many times has it not been accurate? Is it just that you're not able to communicate with this God? Why is Christianity a relationship when God has designed the system to the point where it is very difficult for us to get these psychic messages from Him, that we could pray with all of our might and all of our supposed soul and yet not get it right at all? I mean, how many times has Pat Robertson made a prophecy that has not come true? I will mention that he said before the end of last year, 2008, there was going to be a major disaster, something on the level of nuclear, but maybe not nuclear. I don't think anything towards the end of the year qualified. He said that President Bush's Social Security tax will pass, that God told him this. Now, that's Pat Robertson, but still, how many times does this actually work? I don't see it happening. I see that people believe they have a relationship with God, and they're really just having a relationship with their subconscious mind. That's what it seems to be. I would like to ask all the Christians out here to try to demonstrate otherwise, and not just with one or two anecdotes, to explain to me how the current system not only exists, but makes sense in any regard, that we are so inept at communicating with God, whereas it's so important that we do. It doesn't fit. I'm sorry. That's my thoughts on that. So people, don't worry about your relationship with God. Just keep up the relationship with your subconscious. I'm pretty sure that's all fine and good. But let's stop saying that we know what God wants of us, especially when you admit, oh, well, I just didn't get it right. That's about it for today. Have a nice day. Honest Discussioner, out.